Nobody can forget Robin Roberts and how she anchored the Good Morning America show. We can all reminisce on our younger days with her playing on our screens. The Emmy-winning Good Morning News program wouldn't have even reached its peak if not for her. However, even with her success on air, she was not as successful in real life and definitely not with her health. Now, where did it go wrong? This is the heartbreaking story that is the reality of our beloved Robin Roberts. Before the fame, before the beauty, and before anchoring one of the most iconic news programs, Robin Roberts was also a child. She was born in Tuskegee, Alabama, but she was raised along the Gulf Coast in Christian, Mississippi, a small town where sports were as much an important part of life as was the family. And just like you might have noticed in her on-air, Robin was a competitive child who played basketball and tennis with great energy from early childhood. That was reflected on and off the sporting fields. But that didn't mean she left school out of it, because just like on the field, she was as passionate in the classroom. A good example was her high school, Pass Christian High, where she graduated in 1979 as the salutatorian. After high school, Robin Roberts made some unexpected decisions and accomplished a solid college career. First, because of her solid sports prowess, she had received an invitation to join LSU through a basketball scholarship offer for students. But LSU seemed too large to her after she visited the campus, and she did not like that atmosphere. However, one day when she was leaving work, she saw a sign for Southeastern Louisiana University and, on an impulse, she decided to stop and tour the campus. Ultimately, she enrolled there. Although there was only a scholarship in tennis left, Roberts was told she would be given a journalism scholarship when she finished her last year. After arriving in university, Roberts made the women's basketball team, where she assumed a starting position. The player's achievement during her last season placed her third on the Southeastern all-time scoring list with 1,446 points and third in rebounding with 134. She also joined an elite group of 3 who had scored more than 1,000 points and pulled down a TH000 rebounds at the school. In the last year of her college exercises, she scored an average of 27.6 points per match, proving on her game that she was never a quitter. In recognition of her effort for the team, Southeastern also honored her with a jersey retirement, number 21 on February 5 of 2011. College years were the time significant in her life which determined a successful career and achievements in the future. She later received her bachelor's degree from Southeastern Louisiana University after she graduated cum laude in 1983 in communication. This was after her elder sister Leanne joined the Newgrounds, New Orleans, as a news anchor. But these alone weren't what made Robin who she was and the woman that we all got to see over the years, one of the best anchors of all time. Her family was also very influential in her life, especially her father, Colonel Lawrence E. Roberts, being a Tuskegee Airman, an adolescent African-American fighter pilot of the Second World War. He was that brave and dedicated man, and that is something Robin imitated. Not only her dad, even her mom, also a Luke Marion, used to speak in the same manner and transferred the same strength to Robin. Some of the mere facts actually turned out and molded her into what she further developed into. It is also important to note that Robin was born the last of 4 children with an elder brother and 2 sisters from whom she emulated yet did not replicate. In a 2006 speech at Abilene Christian University, she described her parents' core values as the 3Ds, discipline, determination, and Del Lord. These are the principles derived from the culture of this hard-working woman with the streak of resilience and faith which she nurtured throughout her life, and which guided her when she emerged into the world and prepared to carve her own path. And she did indeed carve her path. Robin Roberts' journey to broadcast journalism can be termed to be what we call risky. Almost immediately after graduating from Southeastern Louisiana University in 1983, she got a job as a full-time news anchor in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. However, still pursuing her dream in sports, she took a couple of jobs as a weekend sports anchor at WDAM in Hattiesburg. Although it was less prestigious and didn't pay as well, it was a decision that would set her on a focused path toward her ultimate dream, working at ESPN. In just 9 months of duty at WDAM, the station that provided her a full-time employment opportunity once more contracted her with an opening in their sports division. This was where she got the opportunity to enter into sports. On this new development, she moved to Beloit, Mississippi, and started working with WX station as a sports anchor and reporter. Here, she spent about 2.5 years, and it was here that things started falling into place for her. Each step was a sensible move that was made with an aim for the next step up. All the while, Roberts was adding on to her experience. In 1986, she switched to WSMV-TV in Nashville to work as the sports anchor and sportswoman, joining a larger station market. Here, things were just lukewarm, no real push. So, in 1988, she landed a new job in Atlanta, Georgia, where she covered important professional teams such as the Braves. This position provided her with the type of exposure in the high-profile reporting on sports that she believed would prepare her well for the chance she had always hoped for with ESPN. In 1990, her dreams of ESPN came into actualization. Roberts went to ESPN as a host on SportsCenter and participated on NFL Primetime, which seemed to keep her goal and skills in mind. Around 1995, her success made her join Good Morning America, part of her career in preparation for being one of the most trusted and famous broadcast journalists of America. It is no news that Robin Roberts is one of the most iconic figures of Good Morning America, GMA, and as we have been discussing, she had already gained the foundation which got her ready for the role. During the early 1990s, Rebecca Roberts was working for the ESPN Sports Center, where she had a friendly and cheerful attitude that made her fans adore her. In this period, she also started making appearances on Good Morning America, not necessarily the main anchor, but it increased her visibility and contributed a distinct flavor to the different shows of the ABC morning shows, advocating her first as a guest reporter. Her performances were so impressive that in 2005 she joined ABC full-time as a GMA co-anchor. We can't stress how good she was. We all watched her after the arrival of Diane Sawyer, which later improved with the addition of George Stephanopoulos. The anchor team got stronger and it changed the show into what many of us can remember it to be. It was evident that Roberts's warm and heartfelt approach endeared her to viewers. This played a very significant part as GMA overtook NBC's Today Show to become the #1 morning show for the first time since the show started. Throughout her time at GMA, Roberts became known not only for her journalistic skill but also for her personal resilience. In 2012, she took a leave of absence to treat a rare blood disorder, a complication from her earlier battle with breast cancer. Her return to GMA in 2013 marked a triumphant moment for both her and her viewers, who had followed her journey with support and admiration. Roberts's ability to connect with people both on and off-screen has made her one of the most beloved figures in broadcast journalism. Through her years at GMA, she has become a trusted voice in American television, turning her personal and professional challenges into an inspiring story that continues to resonate. "There is no rose without thorns," they said, and the thorn in Robin's rose and booming life was the sudden appearance of cancer. In 2007, Robin Roberts started her first serious battle with breast cancer. It was a shock to the whole world and she was required to go through chemotherapy. Unlike many people who would become depressed by rapid reproduction of harmful cells, Roberts took the bolder step. She was very vocal about her cancer, especially to her fans of Good Morning America. She luckily scaled through, but just like she said, treating a disease can always lead to more diseases. This is because 5 years later, the effects of that treatment led to another serious diagnosis, a very limited one known as myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS. The new revelation shook her, and in August 2012 Roberts revealed during her television show that she was stepping down from her daily show on GMA due to the complication, which was a result of her battle with cancer. But as a sensation that she is, her announcement produced an instant and profound reaction. During the conversation about her disease, she informed the audience about MDS and the necessity of bone marrow donors, which are not widely discussed topics for many viewers. In a single day, a non-profit organization that runs a bone marrow donor registry known as Be the Match registered 1,800% more donors than usual. Even though she took a break from air, she was still very brave. Roberts let people watch her going through her medical ordeal while providing them with valuable information on bone marrow treatments as well as the role of donation. In September, she had a bone marrow transplant, which her sister Sally-Ann generously agreed to donate herself for. Even though Roberts never had to sign up for the National Registry herself, thousands of other viewers were convinced to do so, leaving a positive and rewarding message to a large group of people who required organ transplants. Because of Roberts' willingness and bravery to share her story and her struggles with MDS and the need for bone marrow, she made her experience into a vehicle for hope, inspiration, and change for viewers. Robin Roberts came back to Good Morning America on February 20, 2013 after she had been treated for MDS, a rare bone marrow disorder that she got due to her cancer treatment. She came back to GMA surrounded with happiness and emotions while being with her GMA team again and millions of viewers too. With her first words back, "I have been waiting 174 days to say this, Good Morning America," she got an enthusiastic response from viewers who had tuned in daily to her show. On that day, GMA attracted the largest audience share since the 2012 presidential election, with 6.11 million viewers to herald her return. The fact that Roberts was willing to go public really helped many other people experience the hope that she had undergone. She encouraged thousands of people to register as bone marrow donors by permitting cameras to record her treatment. In appreciation of this work, Roberts was awarded the 2012 Peabody Awards, where the committee noted that the campaign she was able to develop had engaged the public since it attracted important attention towards the urgent need for bone marrow. Her courage and commitment were further rewarded when she accepted the ESPN Arthur Ashe Award at the 2013 ESPY Awards and, in 2019, the NBA Sager Strong Award. That steely determination, in combination with Roberts' outstanding performance as the smooth-sailing anchor, made her as influential off-screen as she was on the screen, helping people in ways that some viewers can only dream of. Even to this day, Robin Roberts returned to Good Morning America and has further used the best of her energies and innovations to tackle further challenges to create content. She founded Rock and Robin Productions, an independent production company that has since aired news specials, sports, live events, and more. Notably, the company has created powerful and well-received projects, including Robin Roberts Presents, which featured Mahalia, an Emmy-nominated biopic about gospel legend Mahalia Jackson, and Tuskegee Airman, Legacy of Courage, a history special that Roberts said was close to her heart because her father was one of the pioneering African-American servicemen. In 2021, Roberts increased her time on screen with Disney's Turning the Tables with Robin Roberts, a miniseries in which she interviews celebrities and asks them questions that are personal to their experiences with trauma. She also got an opportunity to be a guest host for Jeopardy, which was an added advantage, having her warmth and exposure reach a new audience. Also in that year, Roberts scored one of the most significant interviews with President Barack Obama on Good Morning America. Through her scoop interviews in these projects and positions, Roberts has demonstrated her capability of doing more than just anchoring, and for a purpose that has a positive impact on society. Her work goes on to touch millions of lives, and what has become of her in the wake of broadcast journalism has provided her fresh creativity to follow her passion. Robin Roberts is not only a sensation on screen, she's also very respected for being a sensation in books as well. For both screen and script, she has been awarded multiple times. She is a good example of a seasoned author who helps her target readers by writing prolific books based on her experiences from sports and personal life, meaning her works and shows people her experience and that which she found throughout the way. Every time, she underlines the prospects of endurance, self-realization, and victory. In her early books, Roberts focused on sports, including Basketball Year, What It's Like to Be a Woman Pro, 2000, a look at female sports and issues, and which sport is right for you. 2001, a guide for female athletes about how and where to go. This was followed by Sports Injuries, 2001, in which she provided information on how to avoid or cope with sports-related injuries to yet again present her commitment to the young athletes. As her career and life progressed, Roberts shifted focus to personal growth and resilience. In From the Heart, 7 Rules to Live By, 2007, she shared her journey in broadcasting, drawing from her experiences to outline principles for achieving success and fulfillment. A year later, she expanded on this with From the Heart, 8 Rules to Live By, 2008, incorporating new insights she gained after her battle with breast cancer. Her 2015 memoir Everybody's Got Something took a deeper look into more personal challenges, including her struggle with cancer and the loss of her mother, highlighting the strength that family, friends, and faith can bring in difficult times. Roberts also experimented in children's literature, publishing Bedtime Bears' Big Surprise. In 2011, an illustrated book that teaches pro-social behaviors such as friendship and kindness among children was released. Most recently, in Brighter by the Day, debuting with Waking Up to New Hopes and Dreams, 2022, she shares a message of hope and many practical tips for her readers based on her own experience. To be more specific, through those books, Roberts did not only tell her story to the reader, more importantly, she helped those people to make life worth living for. These have been rewarded with the Arthur Ashe Courage Award at the 2013 ESPYs, the Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism in 2014, and served as inductee to the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame in 2016. For this reason, by using her good and bad life experiences, Roberts pursues touching the hearts of both the readers and the viewers and rises in the spirit to face every ordeal life throws at them with hope. Robin Roberts has had many honors received throughout the course of her career, and these awards all pay tribute to her strength as a broadcast journalist and as an athlete. For someone who has been a role model in spite of the terrible illnesses she has fought and the pressures of a very prominent job, Roberts remains one of the leading inspirational people in journalism. She earned her first WBCA award, the Mel Greenberg Media Award, in 2001 for her coverage of women's basketball, and in 2004 she was awarded the Billie Jean King Contribution Award. The WNBA recognized her contribution toward young athletes, awarding her the WNBA Inspiration Award in 2008, and she was also enrolled in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in 2012. As a journalist, Roberts was awarded the 2014 Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism, a testament to her influence and integrity. 2 years later, in 2016, she was inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame, recognizing her trailblazing achievements in sports journalism. Beyond journalism, Roberts became the 10th person ever to be named an honorary Harlem Globetrotter in 2015. She continued to receive accolades, including the Radio Television Digital News Foundation's Lifetime Achievement Award and the National Association of Broadcasters Distinguished Service Award in 2018. The NBA honored her with the Sager Strong Award in 2019, recognizing her courage and resilience. In a unique tribute, each player on the U.S. women's national soccer team wore a jersey bearing the name of an inspirational woman in March 2019, with goalkeeper Alyssa Neer choosing to honor Roberts. Later in April the same year, Roberts reached 20 years at Good Morning America, and her show was celebrated with a plaque within the streets of Times Square. Her recent achievements are that she was listed in the Out 100 in 2023, and she was awarded the Poynter Medal for Lifetime Achievement in Journalism in 2024. Of course, these awards are not only about professional achievements, they embody hope, determination, and spirit that Roberts takes into and through her profession. As such, Robin remains a source of inspiration to many. This is the real story of Robin Roberts.